It's really interesting, how even with all the buzz around EVs, so many of you are still really into hybrids.
Yeah, makes sense.
We get it. I mean, the EV world is getting a lot of attention,
It is, yeah.
but the Toyota Yaris Hybrid,
Mm-hmm.
it keeps popping up in your requests,
For sure.
and it seems like there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, I think for a lot of drivers, hybrids are kind of like um, a smart middle ground, you know?
Right.
It's like dipping your toes into electrification without, I guess, some of the things that are maybe holding some people back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And from what we've seen, the Yaris Hybrid, it's not just like any hybrid.
No.
It's considered like a top contender, really.
Yeah, it's often considered the best.
Mm-hmm.
So this deep dive is specifically for those of you who've been asking about it.
Good.
We've been going through some interesting information. Let's
Uh-huh.
call it our Calpurnia Insights.
Okay.
And it's all about the Toyota Yaris Hybrid. So what we want to do today is really unpack why this particular hybrid is getting so much attention.
Yeah.
What makes it a strong choice?
Mm-hmm.
Where could it be better?
Right.
And kind of where it fits in with everything else that's going on in cars these days.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about looking past all the marketing hype and really understanding what it means to choose this car, in the real world.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the Yaris Hybrid, it's so well regarded.
Yeah.
And our Calpurnia Insights start off with a pretty bold statement.
Okay.
It's the best overall hybrid car.
Wow.
Now, to be fair, when we're looking at other types of fuel,
Yeah.
our notes say that the Audi A1 is preferred for gasoline and the BYD Atto 2 for electric.
Okay.
So this isn't just, like people love Toyota.
Okay.
It's specifically the Yaris in the hybrid category.
Yeah, that's an important distinction, I think.
Yeah.
It's not just, good against everything. It's excelling within a certain set of criteria, against other hybrids.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where it really shines.
Right. Okay, so the first major strength that's highlighted is efficienza energetica,
Okay.
or energy efficiency for those of us who
Yeah.
don't speak Italian.
Yeah,
And the fuel consumption numbers are really impressive,
they are, yeah.
especially for city driving,
Hmm.
where it can get up to 28 kilometers per liter
Wow.
with an average of around 21.9.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I think what's really interesting here is it's not just the numbers themselves, but it's how the Yaris Hybrid achieves that,
Right.
It's not just like a slightly better gas engine. It's really the whole system working together, the hybrid system,
Yeah.
the electric motor and the gas engine, particularly in that stop-and-go city driving where you're braking a lot and you're able to recapture that energy.
Regenerative braking. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what really helps cut down on fuel use,
Yeah. And it means less trips to the gas station,
for sure, and lower emissions.
which is huge.
Absolutely, especially
Yeah.
in those urban areas where it matters most for air quality.
Exactly. So they have those tangible benefits in your day-to-day life.
Exactly.
So the next pro is Dinamica di Guida,
Oh, yeah.
driving dynamics. And
Yeah.
it seems like the new platform they're using has really improved the overall driving experience.
Oh,
It
interesting.
makes it more enjoyable, more precise.
Yeah, this is where you really start to see those advancements in automotive engineering.
Yeah.
A new platform, often what that means is you've got a stiffer structure, more sophisticated suspension.
Right.
What that means for you as a driver is better handling,
Mm-hmm.
more responsive steering, and just an overall feeling of being more connected to the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in control, it seems like Toyota really thought about making the car not just economical, but fun to drive,
Yeah, for sure.
engaging.
And that actually kind of leads into the next one, prestazioni,
Okay.
which is performance.
Right.
So the 116 horsepower hybrid engine, it's known for being more responsive, better acceleration
Interesting.
than older models.
So it's not just about saving fuel.
No, it's got a little pep in its step.
Yeah, that boost in performance probably comes from a more efficient way of integrating the electric motor and the gas engine.
Right.
So you're getting that extra torque, that extra power when you need to accelerate.
Yeah.
It's a sign that hybrid tech is getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about efficiency, it's about a good driving experience too.
Right.
And it makes it more versatile. You can handle different driving situations better.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And then the last pro we have is technologia,
Okay.
technology.
Right.
And the big thing here is the new lithium batteries,
Oh, interesting.
which is a huge step forward.
It is.
They're better. They last longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, it's compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto,
Of course. Yeah.
which is basically essential these days.
These days, you got to have it, right?
Yeah, it keeps you connected, your phone, your digital life.
Yeah, the switch to lithium-ion batteries, that's a big deal. They're lighter, they store more energy, So that helps with fuel efficiency. It helps the electric motor perform better.
Yeah.
And, the smartphone integration, that's not just about convenience.
Right.
It's also about being able to use the apps you're used to, like navigation,
Mm-hmm.
communication, entertainment.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes the whole driving experience better, and it might even make the car feel more modern than its own infotainment system.
Right, exactly. Okay, so those are the key strengths.
The good stuff.
But there's always room for improvement.
Right. There's always a flip side.
So our Calpurnia notes also point out some cons.
Okay, let's hear it.
First up is interior materials.
Right.
And the feedback is basically that the finishes and the assembly quality inside could be better.
Okay, yeah. This is a classic area where I think manufacturers sometimes have to make compromises,
Right.
to keep the price down and the fuel economy. So the car might work great, but the interior might not feel as luxurious. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's something to think about. How important is that to you? The comfort and how it looks.
Yeah, exactly. It's about prioritizing, right?
Exactly.
Like, where do you want to spend your money when you're buying a car?
Right.
So the next con is Sistema Multimedial,
Okay.
the multimedia system. The note says it could be more modern, more user-friendly,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of ties into the technology. Like, it has the connectivity, but the actual experience of using the system maybe isn't the best.
Yeah, if the multimedia system is clunky and hard to use,
Yeah.
it can really make the whole driving experience worse.
Yeah.
Even with smartphone integration, you still might have to use the car's system for some things.
Right?
And if it's outdated or frustrating, it's just a pain.
Yeah, no, it's
It's something that car makers are always trying to improve based on feedback.
yeah, for sure. Okay, and the last con is Gita in Salita, driving uphill.
Right, uphill.
And the folks say that basically when you're going uphill, the gas engine can get pretty loud.
Okay.
It runs at high RPMs.
Yeah, that's pretty common with smaller engines,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they're working hard, like going up a hill.
Right.
The hybrid system might help a bit, but ultimately the gas engine is doing most of the work.
Right.
So it has to rev higher, which means more noise.
Yeah.
It's kind of a trade-off. You get great fuel economy most of the time, but going uphill, it might get a bit noisy.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at some of the more, I guess, anecdotal stuff, the successes.
Okay, the story.
Yeah, so under Popularita,
Hmm.
it says that the Yaris Hybrid is one of the best-selling hybrids in Italy.
Wow.
And they link that to its efficiency and the fact that there are tax benefits.
Makes sense.
I mean, that kind of market success really says something, right?
It does. It really does. It means that a lot of people are choosing this car, and they're happy with
Yeah.
it. High sales figures, that often means that a vehicle is meeting the needs of a lot of buyers,
Right.
especially in a place like Italy where gas can be expensive and people tend to like smaller, more efficient cars.
Yeah.
The Yaris Hybrid's popularity, especially with those tax breaks, it really shows that it's a great value.
Yeah, absolutely.
A good fit for those conditions.
Okay, then we have Innovazione Tecnologica,
Okay.
technological innovation.
Right.
And they highlight the Yaris Hybrid for introducing those new technologies like the lithium batteries
Wow.
and a more efficient hybrid system,
Right.
which leads to, much better fuel consumption than older hybrids.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it shows that they're constantly improving.
Yeah, they're not standing still.
Yeah.
This really highlights Toyota's commitment to hybrid tech.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for decades. They're the experts.
Right.
And it looks like the Yaris Hybrid is reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
Real improvements in efficiency, in performance.
Yeah.
Not just compared to their old models, but compared to other hybrids out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's impressive.
Okay, and then lastly, under design abitabilità, design and habitability,
Okay.
it says the redesigned Yaris is more appealing,
Good.
more sporty looking,
Yeah.
and it's got more space inside thanks to the new platform.
That's important.
So it's not just practical anymore, it's
Right.
actually got some style.
It got some flair.
Yeah.
While efficiency and tech are super important, the way a car looks and feels, it really matters to buyers.
Absolutely.
So if the Yaris Hybrid can combine all those great hybrid features with a modern design, a more spacious interior,
Mhm.
it just appeals to more people.
Yeah, for sure.
People who might not have considered a small hybrid before.
Right. So bringing all this together, what do you think?
Yeah.
Why do these pros and cons matter for someone who's thinking about a hybrid like the Yaris?
Okay, so I think what's really fascinating is how the Yaris Hybrid has kind of found this sweet spot, especially for city driving.
Yeah.
It's all about fuel efficiency. It's got noticeably better driving dynamics.
Hmm.
It's got the modern tech you need.
Right.
And the areas where it could be better, like the interior materials and the multimedia system,
Yeah.
those suggest that they were really focused on keeping it affordable,
Right.
which for a lot of people in cities, those savings on gas and the ease of driving a small, efficient car,
Yeah.
that might be more important than a fancy interior.
For sure.
So looking at the bigger picture, the Yaris Hybrid is like a really mature, refined approach to hypertech.
Hmm.
It's not trying to compete with EVs on range.
Right. Right.
It's about being a proven, economical, and increasingly enjoyable way to get around every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this brings up a really important question for you, the listener.
Okay.
What kind of driving do you do most?
Mm-hmm.
If it's mostly city driving, short trips,
Yeah.
the Yaris Hybrid strengths might be exactly what you need.
Right. It's about knowing your own driving habits.
Exactly.
Okay, so to wrap up our deep dive into the Toyota Yaris Hybrid,
Yeah.
we found a vehicle that's really great on fuel economy, especially in the city.
Mm-hmm.
The driving experience is much better than older models.
For sure.
It has the tech you need. It's
Yeah.
super popular.
It is.
Probably because it's just a well-rounded car.
Yeah.
Now, the interior materials and the multimedia system could be better,
Right?
and it can get a bit noisy going uphill.
Yeah, but overall, it's a really strong contender as a practical, efficient hybrid, particularly for city driving.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the key takeaway is that the Yaris Hybrid makes some very deliberate choices.
Mm,
They're prioritizing efficiency and practicality.
right.
And for a lot of people, especially in cities, that's exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good match.
So our final thought for you today.
Mm.
Think about how you use your car.
Yeah?
How important is a fancy interior to you versus saving money on gas?
It's a trade-off.
Thinking about your own driving, that's going to be key in deciding if the Yaris Hybrid is the right choice.
Absolutely. It's about matching the car to your needs, your preferences.
Exactly. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the Toyota Yaris Hybrid.
Great deep dive.
If you found this helpful,
Yeah.
if you learned something new, give us a like.
Yeah. Show us some love.
And if you want to join us for more deep dives like this,
More car talk.
we'd love it if you subscribe to the channel.
Hit that button.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time.